This conference will now be
So no,
recorded.
Yeah. Hi, Ganesh.
yeah. So that means so I need not to no record this session, no.
Mahesh, like, are you in the call? Mahesh? Hello, Mahesh?
Hello.
Hello.
Mahesh, I think,
Hello.
is it something, this recording is shared or
The recordings will be shared for the participants.
participants? Yeah,
Okay, fine,
yeah,
fine.
I
Yes.
think, yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
We'll be
Yeah,
having an website access. Okay. In the website, we'll be giving the credentials for them where they will be able to
Okay,
access our videos. Okay.
okay,
absolutely.
okay, fine.
Yeah.
Great. I think then you don't have to finish it. Thank you. Thanks, Mahesh. Yeah, so fair enough, Gunshekar. So, yeah, before probably let's wait for 10 minutes, but in 10 minutes, like, you can also, speak about what is the expectation, what kind of, if you have any specific scenarios or, like specific requirements, or by the way, like currently you guys are working in the night shifts or
See, actually, I'm not a IT guy. Basically,
Mhm, mhm.
my background is mechanical engineer. I'm a mechanical engineer.
Yeah. Even I'm a
So
mechanical guy. Even I'm a mechanical
yeah,
guy. By the way.
with the experience of 20 years of experience in procurement, then assembly, then
Yeah.
service.
Mhm.
So, but it is in the same organization.
Okay. But now, if
So,
you say like now you are into some information technology company, or you're still with your
yeah,
mechanical company, but
no, no, yeah. See, I am with mechanical industry, but now I have been moved
moved
for this
IT,
SAP.
information technology. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So to make the MIS kind of
Hmm.
strategy decision making kind of
Yeah.
to support the yeah, we have a strategy team. So to support that senior management team, so they have formed a team of two to three people basically.
Yeah.
So they our job is to analyze the data. So and the requirements generally it comes from the senior management team.
Okay.
So whenever there is an issue with the operations or some planning, some marketing, anything from the various functions,
Mm-hmm.
so those issues will be raised in the meetings, and if anything to do with the process related or anywhere where we can put control links and other things, so it will naturally it comes to us.
Yeah.
So and
Okay.
also we also provide data for the team to to take decisions.
Decisions or analytical stuff. You want to make some analysis on your,
Yeah,
yeah, that is good. And I
exactly.
just
So
yeah. But what is the where you're getting the data from? All your organization's data is getting stored in what servers? BW, SAP, or Oracle, or where exactly it's getting stored?
it is a we have went live in 2007
Hmm.
with ECC
SAP engine.
6.0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then
Okay.
so we have migrated to HANA now.
Yeah.
So earlier the analytics was done, we like old methodology like PO servers, then BW extraction, loading, then from that server we used to consume the data for the analytical tools like Webby, Crystal Report, and all those things.
Yeah.
When we went live, when we migrated to HANA, then we simply, scrapped that server. We
BW. So
directly
you.
connected the database, HANA views directly. Yeah, we are using directly HANA views for those reports, data, and all those things.
So if I understand you
So we
rightly,
started a few, reports. Yeah.
if I understand you correctly, like you are moving the data from
Yeah.
your ECC system to HANA system, and you build up a HANA views, and based on HANA views, you guys are trying to access the reports, right? Hello.
Yeah, see, HANA views are generally it is available. No? So there is no as
The Gunashekar, the
coding,
clarity is bad, Gunashekar. Sorry, the clarity is so
so
bad.
it is available directly in the
Sorry,
Hello.
the,
Hello.
the clarity is
hello.
bad. Yeah, Mahesh, I can hear you properly. Hello,
Yeah,
Mahesh.
actually, yeah, Lakshmikant, I think your voice is breaking or something.
Hello.
Whose voice? My voice or
Yeah, someone voice. I didn't know. I don't know
I think
whose voice.
Gunashekar.
No,
Gunashekar
no,
voice
it
is
is.
very. Yeah,
Okay. So I think
Hello.
he's having some network issue. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, carry on. Please carry on. Sorry for disturbing.
yeah. No problem. Yeah, fine, Gunashekar. Then
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
okay. I'm just losing you, Gunashekar, but that's okay. Yeah, you if you want, you can be on mute. Hopefully, we can just start up.
So we are
Like we can.
consumed. Yeah.
I can start up the session. I can refresh. Anyways, the guys can like see the recording. I can just refresh until like the other guy turns up. I can just do a quick refresh what we have discussed, and then we will see the complete
Yeah.
set of scenarios. So what exactly we're going to do. So if you want, I mean, you can be mute. So I'll be speaking now. So
Yeah.
yeah, you're gonna take it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think someone joined. Hello. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So let's start up the session and let's pick up the things. So let's put up the objective. In 10 minutes, I'll just do a session. So we have discussed, like the Lumira designer. I don't discuss why we had to go for Lumira designer. As I said, Lumira designer is a powerful reporting capability. So it can enable developers and business users to design, develop most complex reports. That is a fundamental definition of Lumira designer. And Lumira designer is a client tool, and just 1 minute. So we have a source here. Guys, if you're not speaking, could you be on mute? Because I'm hearing a lot of background noise. Someone is not speaking, be on mute, please. I think Gunashekar, can you be on mute? Because I see that your microphone is unmuted. Hello,
Hello.
Gunashekar, can you be on mute, please? Because I'm hearing some background noise. Yeah, thank you. See, now quickly I just make up the steps. So quickly I say, like, this is your Lumira, business object Lumira, SAP Vivo Lumira, and in for SAP Vivo Lumira we can connect SAP BW system, SAP BPC, business planning and consolidation, SAP HANA, SAP. Just can you give me 1 minute? Vivo Lumira, and these can be the sources. 1 minute. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, because I just had some signal issues. Yeah. So this is the source. We have SAP Vivo Lumira, and for SAP Vivo Lumira, we can connect BW, BPC, HANA, and SAP Universe. Okay. So SAP Vivo Lumira, this is on Lumira server. On Lumira server is installed on SAP Business Objects Central Management Console. Lumira server is installed in Vivo CMC, and then from there we use two things. One is SAP Lumira Designer. Okay, SAP Lumira Designer, and in SAP Lumira Designer, this is a client tool. Okay, the definition of client tool. What is the definition of client tool? Client tool is nothing but it's a developer's tool. Okay, the client tool is nothing but the developer's tool. All the developers like you and me who will design the reports in the client tool. So the Lumira Designer client tool allows to design the reports. Will allow to design the reports, and this is a client tool. Okay, and this scripting and CSS scripting. Okay, scripting to design the reports. Okay, so this is the client tool. To design the reports, we need JavaScripting and CSS scripting. The definition, when the simple fundamental principle for JavaScripting is, when we go for JavaScripting, when we go for CSS scripting, when Java. When Java. JavaScripting used in Lumira Designer for interactions, okay, for interactive purpose. Okay, for example, if I click on, for example, I'm operating, I'm just giving you an example. If I'm operating a Facebook, okay, if I click on home page, I get home page. If I click on photos, I get all the photos. If I click on albums, I get all albums. But they use a different, like scripting or coding. So HTML coding is based on. In our Lumira Designer, we use JavaScripting for interaction. Page interaction, button interaction, radio button interaction, navigation interaction. So JavaScripting is used for interactive purpose. CSS scripting, when CSS? CSS is used for styling the reports, okay? Styling the report. What you meant by styling? I just give an example. I selected a file here. If I select a home here, okay? So if I select a home here, if I make a selection here, this is selected. If I'm making a selection here, this is selected. So that selection, hover, if I click on hover, you see, you're getting oval. If you click on the rectangle, I'm just giving you an example, okay? So these kind of things, the visualization, the enriched visualization is achieved using CSS scripting. So the CS is used for styling the reports, okay? So that is the main fundamental thing. So we have one more component in the Lumira. This is Lumira Discovery, okay? SAP Lumira Discovery. And it is the client tool as well. And it is self-service client tool, where end user can design report. Okay, end user can design report. This is a self-service client tool where end user can design the report. This is the SAP Lumira Discovery, the self-service tool, but SAP is investing a lot of money on this particular client tool. Okay, SAP Lumira Discovery support is going to end by 2021. In a couple of years, if you see product availability metrics, I will show you the product availability metrics as well. It is going to end the support. So if your business users are coming up, and if someone is coming up, let's say in your organization, if someone comes and says that, okay, just build the reports in SAP Lumira, then the preferred method to design the reports is using Lumira Designer, not Lumira Discovery, because if you build up a project for 1 year using Lumira Discovery, and in next 1 year SAP says that, like, okay, you had to shut down, then your business users are, like, they are bit frustrated. So whenever you are making up a decision choice, you need to be pretty much, you should know the product availability metrics, end dates, support end dates, maintenance end dates, you should know it. So mostly we will discuss Lumira Discovery because we technically discuss it, but we mostly focus on Lumira Designer because this is the most important thing, okay? So I just refresh. This is a Vivo Lumira server. The Lumira server is installed in Central Management Console. And once you install Lumira server, this can be connected to SAP BW, BPC, HANA, and SAP Universe, Business Object Universe. And SAP server, Lumira server can be connected to two things. One is Lumira Designer and other one is Lumira Discovery. Okay. Client Lumira Designer is allowed. This client tool will help you design the reports. In this client tool, it will help you to design the reports. These designed reports are saved in Lumira server. Okay. So, what is the purpose of Lumira server? Any design report needs some space to save, to publish. Okay. So, Lumira server allow Lumira designer reports to save and publish in Vivo platform. Okay, so Lumira server, whatever the reports you are designing it here in Lumira designer, they can be saved, published in this server, Lumira server in Vivo Central Management Console. So any users, n number of users can straight away run the reports in web. We will be seeing everything technically. Okay, so this is a complete overview of the Lumira. Okay, so the second thing, and also SAP Lumira Designer. I'll probably come back to that part. Okay, so I'm not sure if you already have some sort of BO background, but you should first, if you want in the Central Management Console, your URL will be something like this. Okay, this is your Vivo server IP address. Okay, this 8080 is a port. Okay, and BOE and BIE is the stream website. Okay, so this BO server and port varies. Okay, for example, if you are installing your BO server on some network, this should be your IP address. Not it differs from customer to customer, and mostly all the business object installation, recommended installations will happen on 8080 port. Okay, so I simply use this URL. So this URL will have reports. Okay, so this server will have reports. Same server, I prefix it with Central Management Console, will have servers. Okay, so let me show you. So before we just jump into the like things, I will just want to show you. Okay, so you don't have to worry. We will be giving you the server access. So I'm going to request the server access things for you, and hopefully by tomorrow you will be getting a server access. Okay, and you can also play around with all the requests, whatever you want. You can just create it. Okay, so for example, see, this is the report. Okay, so whenever you click on this BI launchpad, okay, so in this BI launchpad, you simply put up this URL BI, it should end with BI, IP address, port, BO server, and it's here. So this is the system. So you don't have to worry about this. Your installation, the BO admin person will do it. So you will give this installation. We will provide you this installation system details. This is the system. Okay. So what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to connect. This is BO system. If you see this one, system ID. This is the system ID for BO. This is the BO system. And here you are seeing NPR, SAP system. Okay. This is SAP BW system. Let's start up with BW. We will see other systems later. And this is NPR. And this is the client for NPR. Okay. SAP client 310 is the SAP client 310. Okay. And this is my BW user ID and password. Okay. And your authentication mode is SAP. When you're trying to connect BW system, your authentication mode should be SAP. So how can you get the client details? Let's say. So this is my NPR SAP. You will have SAP GUI system, the one which you get the server access. You will have everything. So NPR system. This is just an example. BW system. You see, this is client 310. And I have a user ID and password for this BW system. So that same user ID and password. Please don't mistake, this is not mistaken. This is not BO user ID and password. Your BW automatically gets replicated. Your user IDs and passwords will be automatically replicated into your BO. You provide business object system name, BW system name, the BW client you will provide. You double click on it. This is the client 310. And then BW user, BW password, then authentication is SAP because you're trying to connect using BW system. Okay. So what it is doing now, after giving, then it is trying to connect your BO server. It is trying to connect your BO server. So you will go into your BO launchpad or BI launchpad, you can say. So here, this is the BI launchpad. This is the folders where we store the reports. So we will try to, do the things today. So we will try to, I will try to explain how to create the folders and how to store the reports. So in this folder, you have public folder. You have my documents. Okay, my documents is only limited. Okay, my documents is only limited for you. If my user ID is created, whatever the documents I am storing it here cannot be seen by anyone. Folders, public folders, these folders, whatever the reports you store it here, okay, they can be visible across all, like for example, I am the developer, I create the report, I save the report, and this report can be seen by a lot of counterparts, a lot of users, a lot of business communities, so they can see the reports. So we will see how to create a folder and how to create the reports. We will certainly see that one. Okay. Now, so in this BI launchpad, what is the launchpad? What is the definition we wrote? We'll have the reports. So whatever the reports we create, all the reports are stored in this BI platform. What is the central management console does? We'll have server details. Okay. So if I want to go to central management console, all I do is instead of BI, I put CMC, central management console. So if I put CMC, I have to give same system name, same SAP client, same user ID, passwords. Everything is same. But this is a different platform. This is my central management console. if I want to check the Lumira, so we don't really bother about any servers, and this is all for your administrator. You don't have to do anything. You're a normal developer. Your BO administrator will do it. So you want to see the Lumira server now. So this is just a, like introductory stuff. So we simply don't build the report and like we don't do. We have to understand what exactly like the SAP Lumira all about, how it operates, how it runs. That is quite important introduction. So applications, click on applications. Once you click on applications, you will see F4. This is my Lumira server. So my Lumira has been installed here. Okay, so you can also see the versions and all the stuff by going into the server. And if you want to see the business objects, what is the version you have it, you can see this business objects is based on version 4.2 support pack 6 patch 1. Okay, so this is the detailed introduction of SAP Business Objects Lumira. Okay, so we will try, what we try to do is, we will try to open the client tool. My next objective is, I will open client Lumira, SAP Lumira in a client tool. Okay, so I want to open this. And what the second point I would like to do is, I want to introduce with connecting Lumira to local mode and platform mode. And third, introducing components of Lumira. Okay, introducing components of Lumira. And the fourth thing is, if time permits, we can put up the requirement to build a complex we can put the requirement to build a complex interactive dashboards. We will try to put up all these scenarios. Okay, so let's try to open this one. Okay, so once you install the client tool, the Lumira will be on your search. If you just don't find it, just say Lumira and L. If you click on L, and I will like give you the server access, and I will show you how to open the server and how to go into the server and everything, all the details tomorrow. So click on Lumira Designer. Okay, the moment you open the Lumira Designer, you get a screen. Okay, it asks you web service URL, username and password. Okay, so please, okay, before I come to this one here, I said I'm going to connect SAP Lumira. I will open the client tool. I will introduce connecting Lumira to local mode first. Okay, what is the difference between the local mode and what is the difference by connecting to the BI platform? I will explain you. Okay, what I'm trying to do is, the local mode is nothing but work offline. If I click on work offline, okay, if I just click on work offline, what I get is, in this scenario, okay, in this scenario, local mode is nothing but work offline mode. Okay, work offline is the local mode. reports created in offline mode will only be visible to that particular developer. Okay, for example, let's say if I am creating the reports on a work offline mode, so I can only see the reports. Okay, so let's see, we will see how to connect. And now I'm trying to connect this particular Lumira designer to the BW using BI platform mode. So let me put this way. Okay, so now I'm connecting the Lumira designer to the platform mode. So let me draw you so that you will understand what I'm trying to tell you. Now I'll just exit it for a minute. So what I'm trying to do is I have my SAP BW system here. SAP BW. It's like a NPR client 310. Okay, NPR client 310. Now I have a Lumira designer client tool which I have opened few minutes before. Lumira designer. Okay, now this is a Lumira server. And it's a BO. And now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to connect the Lumira designer client tool which I have opened few minutes before, which I have just opened few minutes before. So I'm trying to connect this Lumira server and Lumira designer using web service URL. Okay, so if I click on, I'm opening this Lumira designer client tool. If I click on Lumira, this is a Lumira designer is a client tool. Okay, this is a client tool, and I'm trying to connect Lumira designer client tool to Lumira server using this URL. Okay, so this is the URL. Okay, this is the IP address. This is the IP address, and any organization, rest of the URL remains same. Okay, so this IP address is the BO server IP address. BO server IP address. This IP address connects Lumira designer client tool to Lumira server, and there is one more connection. This is SAP BW. Your BO Lumira server BO Lumira server should connect SAP BW using BO OLAP connection. We will see it. Okay, so this server IP address is allowing you to connect Lumira designer to this BO Lumira server, and I have to give my user ID and password for BW. So let's give it, and we will see it practically. We will see how to do it and everything. Okay, so the moment I give my user ID and password, my Lumira designer client tool opens. Okay, so here this is the client tool. This is the preferences. Okay, so here we will have a lot of options: Lumira documents, business objects BI platform, local mode. So we will see, we will come to this point. Okay, so Lumira designer client tool will appear something like this, and it will allow to connect using BW HANA universe data sources. Okay, and your planning and consolidation also comes under BW system. So this is the client tool. So before we just go into this client tool and see all the components and everything, I just want to set up the requirement exactly we are trying to achieve. Okay, so I just want to set up the requirement and what kind of dashboards we are planning to design, the complex dashboards we are planning to design. I will set up the requirement or a specification today. So we will have a menu something like this. Okay, we will have a left hand menu something like this. Okay, we will have a menu something like this, and what we try to do is we try to segregate this component into 6 components. Okay, so in this component, that this is the top panel. Okay, in the top panel, probably I will also make the data available for you. So this is the regions. Okay, I want Europe region. Okay, South America, and North America region data. North America region data. Okay, to display upon selections. Okay, upon selection. So this is a region data specification here. The requirement is, I will write down. So each region, for example, Europe has, let's say, Germany and Norway. These are the sales offices. Okay, sales office. Germany and Norway, and South America, I think it's Brazil, Mexico. I'm not good in geography, but I'm assuming they are South American continents. Those countries are under South America continent. And North America, probably I'll take, like for example, just New York and New Jersey, for example. Okay. So my top menu, the expectation, what is the requirement is, this is the sales region. Okay, sales region. Upon selection of each sales region, I should see offices. Okay, I should see offices. So my objective is, at this level, I'm trying to report the data at region level. Okay, if I click on Europe, South America, North America, I'm getting the data. Whatever the data I'm planning to display, I'm planning to display the data for that specific region: Europe, South America, North America. But if I click on Europe, I still want to be more detailed in my data levels at office levels. Okay, so this is the office level. Okay, this is the office level. Data can be selected at office level. Okay, at office levels. At office levels. Okay. So if I click on Germany, I get Germany data. If I click on Norway, I get Norway data. So we just try to see what exactly the scenarios here. Okay. So I have a region. I have a offices. I have one time selection box. Okay, time selection box. This is my time selection box, and I would like to put up something like this. This is the time selection box, and the time selection box I would like to set up the selections, because Europe, North America, South America, that is okay. But what is the data for my last year? Okay, button. What is the data for my previous year? What is the data for my months? Month. What is the data for my quarters? Current. Okay. What is the data for my year to date? What is the data for my full year? Okay. So I need a selection, something like this. Okay. So last year, if I click on last year, I want all the Europe data for 2018 to be shown. If I, oh sorry, it should be current year actually. This is current year. If I click on current year, the data for current year 2019 is displayed. If I click on month, for example, I choose current year 2019, and if I choose month, then I should get a drop down, okay, to select what month, January, February, or if I click on quarter, I should get a chance to like select quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3. Year to date, I don't know if you know the definition of year to date. Year to date is nothing but, if I want to see the data, I'm in the month of April and I would like to see the data till April. So the data comes from January to April in an aggregated format. So the aggregated data. So for example, you have in January, you have 100, February 100, March 100, April 100 sales. So aggregated data is 400. May, one more 100, 500 data. Year to date, if I click on that one, my sales is getting aggregated. Okay, so that is year to date data. Full year, I should get, no matter what, I should get data from to December. But in actual, yeah, so we don't go into, like, I don't want to confuse you more with the stuff, but this is what, like the time selection box, and we will have one left side menu. Okay, so we will start up with overview page, and I don't want to gather the complete requirement in one single day. Overview page. Okay, so this is the overview page, and it looks something like this. So the very first thing I would like to like maintain is, I would like to maintain my data. Okay, I want my data to present something like this. Okay, this is actuals. Okay, actuals is nothing but your amount for the year, actuals, and last year data, last year sales, actual sales, and they are the key figures. Okay, they are the key figures. Just no matter, we just only keep these two key figures, actuals and last year's, and we will try to select the regions, offices, and we will compare the data, how my actuals were in for Europe, Germany, Norway, Brazil, Mexico. So I want to display the data, actuals, last year's, just two key figures for all the regions for specific period. So this is one chart. Okay, I will name this chart as actual versus last year. Okay, this chart name, and then I want a line chart, okay, a line chart to show my actual and forecast data. These are bit, like functional, but in any project, these are the, normal technical terms, okay. This is the actual sales data, and this is the forecast sales, because any company will do some forecast and budgeting, because forecast and budgeting. The reason is they will have some targets, okay. So in 2019, my sales target is so and so, okay. So forecast and budgeting, if I'm just making a forecast and budgeting for the data, it's a target data, okay. I'm just using a target things for my data. Someone joined, or sorry, I'm hearing some
Hey,
noise.
this is Ravi.
Yeah, hello, hi, Ravitaya.
Yeah, hi, hi.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm
okay,
just keeping mute.
yeah, thank you. All right, so actual sales and forecast. I don't say budgeting, but it's just a forecast data. Okay, forecast data. And I want to display from January for last 12 months. I want to see last 12 months, January till December, and I should be able to make a selection on last year, current year, month, quarter, whatever, and I would like to see where I'm performing good, where I'm not performing good. Okay, and here I would like to put up, because these charts we will see various scenarios, okay, various Java scripting coding we will see. So they may look quite straightforward and simple, but we see all the scenarios here. So everything, all the scenarios we see. Now what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to put up a donut chart, okay. So let me just put up a donut chart or a pie chart, whatever. Just I'll put up a donut chart, and I will put up some, indicators. Okay, so I'll say this as last year indicator, this as actual actual indicator, actual indicator, and this arrow up and down arrow will be based on these conditions. Okay, probably we will see these conditions later, but I will also explain it. What I will see is if my if actuals, sorry, the if forecast less than actuals, forecast less than last year, then ly indicator should be down. Okay, no, if forecast is less than last year, the ly indicator should be up. If I say forecast, like I say forecast as fc, if my, you see, if forecast is greater than last year, then arrow should be down, should be down. Okay, the if FC is greater than last year, the arrow should be down, and same thing for actual indicator as well. So I compare my last year value. Let's say that my forecast was made to sell, like 100 pieces, okay, and last year I have only sold 50, so I did not reach my target, okay. So if I'm not reaching my forecast levels, my target levels, okay, then the indicators are down. And if we are reaching out, like if you are reaching out the targets, let's say actual sales happened last year or 150, the target was, the forecast was only 100 to sell. You're really doing pretty well, so the indicators are up. So we will discuss this business logics later, but let's put up the, like the visualization plan here. And then the next requirement is, I would like to put up a table. And I want to display the data something like this, okay. So I want to display the data something like this. I want a table to show my actuals, my last year, my forecast, okay, and then I want my deviation, okay. The deviation is nothing but AC minus LY, okay. I want second deviation, which is AC minus forecast. So I will supply everything in a one Bex query. I will supply, okay. And then what I would like to do it is, I would like to show the data based on some like some components, like for example total revenue. It's all, like the realistic business scenario where it is quite useful for you. Under total revenue, you will have hardware, you will have software, okay. Then total margin, you will have hardware margin and software margin, okay. So probably you can put up as revenue, okay, software revenue. And I need totals. Totals is nothing but the sum of, like the total revenue plus total margin. So I just want to display the data, and I want to give some alerts, okay, for the deviations. I would like to give some alerts as arrows, okay. Alerts as arrows. For example, AC minus LY is greater than 1, then arrow up, AC minus LY less than 1, arrow down. This is the alerts we will, like try to make it. So I'll just try to, like freeze in next 5 minutes with this requirement, so that we know what we are trying to achieve it, okay. And then what would I have it? We have a table, we have a chart, we have a table, and then we will have a, like a drill down options. We will have one more table here. We will have one more table. We'll have one more table, but I want to see the data in more detailed level. Okay, so for example, if I want like the data to be displayed at more detailed level, for example, at uh, material level, material and customer level. Okay, customer level, I would like to see the data. So if I click on material, my expectation is to show this structured data with material wise, customer wise drill downs. I would like to see the data. Okay, we will have the same definitions here. And the next one is uh, probably what we can put up. We can put up a yeah, it's a good scenario. We can put it out during a runtime from the master data. Okay, during the runtime, let's assign a chart. Okay, let's assign a chart during a runtime. So during runtime of the, if you're not understanding, don't worry, because we will put up everything in technically. We will put up, so how to write the script, how to do that, everything we will put it out, so you don't have to worry. During runtime of report, what we try to do, we try to assign chart and data source. Okay, chart and data source to this chart. So we don't decide, we haven't decided what we are going to do it. So I quickly summarize this requirement. We have a like panel, we have a top panel, we have a left panel, we have a region, we have a region, we have a sales offices. So this entire overview page gets refreshed or gets filtered based on, if I select Europe, all this data reports to Europe. If I select on this one, all this data gets filtered for sales office accordingly. I have a time selection box. I have last year, current year, month, quarter, etc. This chart shows actuals and last year. This chart shows last 12 months data for actuals and forecast. And based on action, except month, I can control this. Except month and quarter. For years, this is like I can control the data. This is pie chart. I have like a last year indicator, actual indicator. There is some sort of calculation. We discuss more when we are trying to build this pie chart or a donut chart. I have a table. I would like to display the data, something like this: total revenue, hardware revenue, software revenue, margin, software margin, totals, something like this. Actuals, last year forecast, and deviations. So these deviations, I want to show the data like some alerts. Okay, if you see like the data with some arrows, we will see. Same table, I would like to show the data in more detailed fashion, like material, customer, drop downs, and everything. This chart, I would like to display the data during runtime. So I would like to assign side whatever the data I have it in my BW. I write a script and I will assign the data source. So we will discuss in this particular stuff in detail when we are building it. So this is what, because I was told that it's only an hour session, and I think someone has to go to work or something like that. Someone, because I knew like someone uh, working in the nights.
Yes. Lakshmikant, have you spoken with Raviteja? Actually, he
Ravi,
said that he's having some doubts.
I did not talk to Raviteja because he just joined and he disappeared actually. So
Okay,
I,
let me call him and let me ask. Okay, just give me a couple of minutes.
yeah, sure, absolutely. So guys, I mean, hope you understood what we have discussed. Do you have any questions? Probably it's the time for question and answers. Hello. Gunashekar or Hema Nagarajan? Do you have any questions?
No, it's fine.
Hello?
You able to hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah?
Yeah, no questions. It's fine.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Gunashekar, do you have any questions? Sorry.
Hello.
Yeah, Gunashekar, do you have any questions?
Currently, I think now the stage is set. I think once we go forward, we may have a lot of questions.
Yeah, absolutely. Because this is the specification and this is the complete requirement we are, like putting up. So from tomorrow, we just be in, like we'll be in more into detail. All right.
Okay, fine.
But I have
Then
one question
hopefully,
regarding the session
yeah,
actually,
please.
not the content. In this
Yeah,
session, only myself and Guna are going to be there, or someone else is also joining.
yeah. Someone else. There is a guy called Raviteja. He's also will be the part of this particular session.
Okay, because the reason is here this first few days probably we are going to run through BW system. Uh, because Atar and myself and Guna, both of us, we belong to the same organization. Here we don't use BW. If no one
Yeah,
else is there in the session, only we two of us, then we prefer to jump to HANA views rather.
yeah. Absolutely. I mean, see, what we can do is instead of BW, what we can do is we can start off with HANA actually. So that's not a
Hmm.
problem.
Hmm.
Then the second part we can just try to what we can do is initially we can connect SAP HANA views, and
Hmm.
then the later part of the sessions we can like give a second priority to BW. That's absolutely okay for us. No problem.
Okay, because
Yeah.
our requirement should not disturb others. That's the reason I was asking.
No. We will connect using HANA views because I can make this data source for you in HANA as well to replicate the scenario. Then
Hmm.
I can make one data source in HANA views and I can make one data source in BW, and let's
Hmm.
do in either ways we can do it. So that's absolutely okay for me.
Okay, fine.
Okay, Raviteja, you're in the call. Are you in the call, Raviteja?
Sorry.
Raviteja?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hi.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hi.
I
Hi.
can hear
Hi.
you.
Okay. Okay.
Hi.
So I just have the two questions. Like,
Mm-hmm.
basically, I'm the having the zero knowledge about the JavaScript. First of all, so in
Yeah.
this training, will I able to learn that and about the CSS also, JavaScript and
Yeah,
CSS?
yeah.
Because
See,
okay. Okay.
I understood your concern. So,
Yeah.
though you don't have a Java and CSS, how can I build the report? You don't have to know, even if you don't have programming knowledge, that's okay for us. I can explain you
Okay.
from like
Okay.
everything from
Okay.
scratch. So even if
Okay.
you
Okay.
don't have, you're from a completely a different background. I think
Okay.
we just
Actually, Raviteja is facing some issues, it seems. Okay. He just
no
had
problem.
some
Yeah, but
doubt. And yeah.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah, okay.
then let's freeze up. Yeah, let's freeze
Yes,
up
yes.
and let's meet this session tomorrow at the same time, 8:30 Indian time. Okay.